everyone, this is Eleanor Keys with Manta Math, and in today's lesson, we are going to be covering Algebra 1, Chapter 1, Foundations of Algebra, Section 1.1, Variables and Expressions. So let's get started. Let's first cover definitions. A variable is a symbol used to represent a variable quantity, usually x or y. An algebraic expression is a mathematical phrase using one or more variables. A numerical expression is a mathematical phrase with numbers and symbols, but no variables. Again, we're just going to cover this later in the section. I'm just introducing them. There are 4 types of word phrases: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. For example, for addition, there's x plus 7. This can either be written the sum of 7 and a number x, 7 more than a number x, or 7 increased by a number x. For subtraction, an example is x minus 9. This can also be written the difference between a number x and 9, 9 less than a number x, or a number x minus 9. An example of multiplication is 6x, and this can be written the product of 6 and x, or 6 times a number x. Division is the last one. An example is x divided by 4, or you can also write it the quotient of x and 4. So let's do some examples. The first one says 47 more than a number x. More than indicates this is going to be an addition problem. This is going to look like x, your variable, plus your number 47, since it's 47 more than your number x. The next one says 65 less than a number x. Less than indicates a subtraction problem, and since you're taking 65 away from your number x, it's going to look like x minus 65. The third one says 11 times a number x. Times is another indication of multiply, and you're just going to put 11x. Simple as that. The last one says the quotient of a number x and 7. Quotient is another way of saying divided by, and so you're going to take your number and you're going to divide it by 7. Then you get into a mixture of operations. The first one says 5 more than 3 times a number of x. Okay, so you know you have 3 times the number x, 3x, and you know it's 5 more than, so you're going to plus 5. The next one says 15 less than a quotient of 7 in a number x. Since 7 shows up first, you know that 7 is being divided by x, and it's 15 less than this answer, so it looks like this. And the last one says the product of 6 and the sum of a number x and 8. So you know you're adding x and 8 together, and since you're multiplying it by 6, you want to put brackets around that since you do it first, and multiply by 6. Again, we'll cover the distributive property later on how to simplify this. The last example is going to give us a word problem that we're going to solve. It says, while on vacation, you rent a golf cart. You pay $11 for each hour you use the golf cart, and the company charges a $5 flat fee to rent from them. Write an expression that models this relationship. Okay. So we know that variable x is our hour, which is our unknown variable. We do not know what this number is just yet. That's what we want to solve for. Okay, we know that our y is our total cost of renting a golf cart. That's very important to keep in mind. So, we can set it up as y, because we want to find out what our total cost is for renting the golf cart, and we know that it's going to cost $11 per hour, hour being our x variable, and we know we have to pay a flat fee of $5. You're not going to have a variable attached to the 5, because it's a flat fee, you only pay it once. Here's our expression. And again, if they ask you for specific numbers to plug in, you can just plug in either maybe 1, 2, or 3 as your x and solve. Okay, so for instance, if I wanted to solve for 2 hours, I could do y equals 11 times the 2 hours. We're going to replace that for x, add our 5, and we can simplify that to y equals 11 times 2 is 22, plus 5, and 22 plus 5 equals $27. There's our answer, and that is how you do variables and expressions. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please click at the videos on the right of your screen to view next lessons in the series. Also, if you have any math-related questions, feel free to send me an email at eleanor@mantamath.com and I'll be happy to answer them for you. See you next time.